But talk about a story unfolding. I hate to even say this, and the title right there, the Inner Circle
I
implodes.
wanted to talk to you about this all night.
Oh man. So Inner Circle is, going toe to toe. Jericho and Hager, first off, they look like $1 million. Those guys are just absolute great shape, and so are Santana and Ortiz. But if you can't, I don't know. If nothing's going wrong, you got to go toe to toe. I'm so torn with
you're
this.
hurt.
I'm so torn with this. I do not want them to break up. This match was one of my favorite matches of the night. I mean, it was getting This Is Awesome chance. It was going back and forth. I wish I had a little bit stronger finish, in my opinion. The crowd is
Lariat
so
was a little
over.
shocking.
So over for Eddie. The crowd is so over for Eddie. I have a little sour taste in my mouth at Eddie, just because I don't want him to be the reason why they break up the Inner Circle. Then I put on a poll on our Twitter. I was like, do you want to see Santana and Ortiz with Eddie or Inner Circle, bonding together? And the poll won that Santana and Ortiz with Eddie. I know it's like the new fresh take, but and like I've said before, like, if the Inner Circle does truly break up, it's still going to be a win-win, because we're going to see hopefully a push for Santana Ortiz if they do get this title shot, win one of the Battle Royales in the next week or two that they have for that 3-way tag team title match at Revolution. That being said, if they break up, I know Jericho is so creative and will figure something out, but I just feel like Jericho is so strong right now with the Inner Circle, even though they're not necessarily clicking on all cylinders like they have been with, the death or the Stadium Stampedes and the Blood and Guts and all that. But what do you want to happen from this, man?
Well,
as the heel,
I'll get to that. I mean, I think that I love just watching you.
Oh, I'm so bummed.
You're navigating how you feel on the fly with me here, because I know you're still struggling to really digest the fact that this could be the end of your favorite group in the company. So I love seeing you kind of work through that. But to me, I'll let the story play itself out. What I love to see is, as the tag team guy, I'm loving to see these Santana and Ortiz, a group that, I mean, we've been pounding the desk. These guys deserve more rub. These guys have proven over and over and over again that they can be the leaders of this division. And it just takes me, watching these guys go tonight, takes me back to a lot of conversations you and I have had about their growth. Santana was a guy that you and I talked about week after week after week, just how much he impressed us and how much he started to kind of grow into his own. This is not the same guy that was in LAX and Impact and all this stuff. This is not the same guy. This is not the same guy who was in Jericho's shadow as kind of another player of the Inner Circle. This is a guy who can hold his own on the microphone, has proven that he could spit fire and can hang with the best of them on the mic.
Right.
And
you're right.
Both of these guys have transformed their look. Santana looks so much bigger. I mean, the size difference between him and Jericho at points was kind of shocking. He looks like a legitimate stud. And
you're right.
I don't know. This was more about the coronation of these guys really breaking through. And I hope that at bare minimum, from a story perspective, maybe this leads to a stronger Inner Circle because they've gained Jericho's respect. If it leads to them breaking up, as long as I'm cool with either. I'm just glad that Santana and Ortiz are getting the spotlight they deserve, that they're getting the rub that they deserve.
That's what I want to see more than anything, is I want to see them get what they deserve and grow more and more and more, because like you said, it was almost a year ago today where we saw them versus the Young Bucks live in Jacksonville, where we were all in. I mean, they were heels at the time. We were all in, like, get the belts. This is their chance.
Let's go.
The best.
Right.
And so, and they've it's been a roller coaster for them, and I think they needed to get pushed right now because they deserve it, man. They really do.
And their performances over the throughout all this have at
Mhm.
times I mean, you've talked about it with me. Ortiz, Santana, they both have
Yeah.
stolen the spotlight at times, and I don't know. I personally think that these guys deserve everything that they're spitting about right now. They
You're right.
deserve to have the spotlight. They don't deserve to be like fighting Jericho's battles. They have their own goals, and
You're right.
maybe this is what needs to happen in order for them to get that tag title run. And what a cool story that would be then, right? Is that
You're right.
these are guys that have come into their own, have gained the confidence, and have refocused their vision. That no, like we can have friends and we can have we can have these different side relationships, but what is important to
Right.
us? What's going to put food on our table?
You're right.
And I don't know, man. I think that this is the breakout that we've been begging for. It just unfortunately has to come at the expense of your favorite faction in the company.
Big time. It is such a sad thing to think of, but I'm a huge Santana Ortiz supporter for sure.